Hi, everyone. Lori Flasco here. I have the pleasure of introducing to you tonight somebody very special, and that is Ida J. McIntyre, or IJ as I call her. And she is a gratitude expert. So she's going to share with us some of the great tips and strategies that she's learned along the way. But I also want to tell you, she is a speaker and she is an author. So brand new book. And IJ, I have read your book and I love it. There's so many great things, and I'll probably share a few of those along the way too. But thank you. Welcome. So glad you're joining us.
Hey, thanks, Lori. It's an absolute delight. I am a huge fan of you and your kindness advantage and all of the extremely delightful work that you do with your clients to enhance their customer experience. And so tonight, talking about gratitude and in the context of the workplace and enhancing customer experience and or employee or team member experience, I'm really looking forward to it. Thanks.
Fabulous. And I love that, right? I love that it impacts the entire workplace. And I know we had a little chat before, just thinking about how does it impact productivity. So let's go right there. Tell us, because that's what we're there for when we're thinking about customer experience or team building. How does it impact productivity?
Well, Lori, as you know, individuals are the core of each workplace. And so first and foremost, if the individual is not taking care of themselves or practicing gratitude, which can help them take care of themselves, then it has an impact. And so when they do, it improves their mood. It has an enhancement effect on their personal, emotional, and physical well-being, enhances their life satisfaction. The research shows it even makes us more hopeful. And so those kinds of things have a tremendous benefit when it comes to productivity, in my opinion. The physical benefits can even be as simple as being more well rested. And of course, if we're more well rested then and getting better sleep, then we bring more creativity and gain back to a better mood, and we're more flexible and we're more in tune with our colleagues, the people we're working with, and our clients and customers. And so I remember us talking about this a while ago, because interestingly enough, studies show that individuals who practice gratitude, especially at bedtime, sleep better.
Yeah.
Because it's calming. And I remember you mentioned you count blessings rather than sheep when you need a little help getting to sleep. So
Well,
it works.
it works. So it's so funny because I was going to jump in and share that. And I've told so many of my coaching clients and people that I'm working with right now because, you mentioned hope, but man, it's been a stressful time. And I have to admit, I've experienced some of those times in the middle of the night where I'm like wide awake and I cannot go back to sleep. So one of the best techniques that I have is I breathe in for 5, I hold it for 5, I exhale for 5, and then I repeat that 5 times. So I do that in the morning and I do that at night, but still some and it lowers cortisol and all that kind of stuff. But in the middle of the night, I'll wake up and I'll do the exact same thing. And then I'll add the gratitude in there. So I start, like you said, instead of counting sheep, I'm counting my blessings and I'll do as many as I can. And the next thing I know is I'm drifting off. And if I do wake up again, I do it again. And then, and usually I would say maybe 2 times, which if I didn't do that, I'd be up seriously all night long. So it works. It's great. And it puts you
And
in a
it
good mood.
absolutely, and it sounds so simple, it's hard to believe,
Yeah.
but not only are you a good example of it, I'm a good example of it, but science says it works as
Yeah,
well.
it sure
So
does.
yes.
And I know you're going to share with us an exercise that people can do, but
Hmm.
I know one of the things that I've been doing in my course is I have had my participants do a gratitude journal. Do you do that too?
Well, that's certainly one of the opportunities.
Yeah.
And from an exercise perspective in a team building context, I was wondering, I've not tried this, but I believe it would work, that it works really well, again, back to individuals. And it's all about gratitude letters. Research reveals that it benefits the writer, number one. So again, it's starting with that core, the individuals. So our happiness, our well-being, our life satisfaction. Interestingly enough, in one of the studies, 77% of the people who wrote a gratitude letter to someone else, even if they didn't send it, if they got tremendous
Wow.
benefits
Wow.
themselves.
Mm.
And of course, if they do send it, or in fact, one of the opportunities is to share it personally,
Mm.
to get together one-on-one, read it out loud, and then essentially gift the letter to the individual and potentially your team member, being specific about what it is that you appreciate when you work together, what they do that makes your work easier, what you've observed them do that has delighted a client or a customer, all those kinds of things
Hmm.
that can create longer, greater impact, according to Seligman. And he started it with a gratitude night. And again, you can just feel the energy by even reading about it.
Hmm.
Um, if you imagined a whole team
Hmm.
in a room pairing off in, you know, private kind of conversations, but again, coming back and sharing the experience. How did that feel? How did it make them feel to be recognized, acknowledged, appreciated by their coworker, by their team member? And I think it would be pretty powerful. So that was the idea that I was thinking about just lately.
I really like that. And, you know, just we're on Zoom, and whether you're whatever platform you're on, I know certain ones maybe don't have the capability, but why not put everybody into a breakout room? And I mean, you can certainly pair them up or just randomly go. If you pair them up ahead of time, give somebody the chance to write that little letter in advance. I think that's a great idea. Really, really like that.
Absolutely. And as you know, because you're a personality dimensions certified expert, uh, same as I am, and we have to take care of our introverts
Hmm.
who need time to think through what they would want to say, and especially if it's brand new to a team. If this is something they've never done before, you'd want to give them a heads up so that and also a little bit of structure around it, that
Hmm.
it doesn't have to be a novel.
Hmm.
It's it's
Yeah,
a it's a short story.
yeah.
It's a paragraph as opposed to pages and pages. And I think that there could be tremendous impact. Um,
I really like that. And you got it written so it's a takeaway too.
yes, yes.
So very, very good exercise. Thank you. And I just want to just let everybody know if you're looking, I mean, it's a short read. It's a wonderful story, IJ, that you wrote about your mom because she is such an amazing power, just an amazing attitude, and you share her emphasis around gratitude and how that made a difference. So I love that. And I want to just highlight, there's a lot of really good nuggets in this book. And when I was looking on one of the pages, you said 10 ways to express gratitude. Count, show, send, write, say, call, visit, give, share, tell. I love that. And the three steps, three small steps. It's the THX to feel free from regret. Is take time to highlight the positives and express gratitude. That's great. That's really good. And there's a lot of conversation starters, which is really cool because there's anybody that's watching, I was thinking this is great for a book club,
Mm,
but whether you're a manager, supervisor, this is something that you can bring back to your team to do as a team building. But you know what? We can all do it. You don't even have to have it as a team building exercise. How good does it feel when you write somebody else on your
mm,
team? And if you can
mm,
set a goal to write every single team member one of those notes, what a great gift that you're going to give to others. But as you said, IJ, what a powerful just a gift for yourself too.
mhm, mhm.
So,
Well, and especially I think um, the team leaders could really utilize the technique.
absolutely.
Gratitude's been shown to increase performance with very little or no cost and
Yeah.
potentially very little effort because thank you doesn't cost a dime.
Hmm.
And certainly, again, research by a couple of psychologists, Grant and Gino, demonstrated that a thank you from a supervisor or a team leader gave people a strong sense of self efficacy and self worth. And
Wow.
then that had kind of a positive spiral effect or spillover, because then the individuals were more trusting of each other, or
Hmm.
their coworkers, because again, it's back to higher morale,
Yeah.
higher work satisfaction, feeling appreciated, and we work harder, smarter, faster, longer when we know our work matters.
Awesome. Thank you. Great way to be kind to yourself and to be kind to others. IJ,
Mhm.
I am so grateful for you and that you're sharing your expertise
Mhm.
with the world and with whoever's watching here. So thanks so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you, Lori. And by all means, I think that gratitude is much like kindness, and that the THX, the three small steps, in a grateful way, in a kind way, it shifts the energy, and each of those actions adds up. It's contagious and has a powerful impact on our workplace and for our clients. So thanks so much for interviewing me today and having this opportunity to chat about something that I think can make a huge difference.
Thanks, IJ.